4, 5, and 6, those are those special cases where you don't have both the x and the y. You either have an x equal or a y equals. If I have x equals my number, my line is going to end up going vertical. If I have y equals my number, my line ends up going horizontal. So they call these special cases because it's not the normal form of the line. What happens here, if I would make a table and it tells me x equals -5, it means every single point in my table would have to have an x value of -5. The y values could be anything. Could be 0, could be 2, could be -3, whatever I want them to be. So if I plot those points, -5, 0, back 5 and up 0, -5, 2, -5, -3. Notice all my dots end up lining up in a vertical line, straight up and down. So normally what I do, instead of making a table, is I look and say, okay, x equals -5. On my x-axis, I mark -5. I know my line has to go vertical, so I just mark a point that's straight up and straight down so that I can connect my dots and draw my line. So number 5, we're graphing the line y equals -8. Since it's y equals my number, I know it has to go horizontal. So y equals -8. -8 on my y-axis is down there. Since my line has to go horizontally, I just mark a point to the left and to the right, or the right and the left, and then I can draw my line, and y equals -8 looks something sort of like that. And number 6, graphing the line x equals 1. If it's x equals my number, I know my line again goes vertical. So x equals 1. On my x-axis, I mark where 1 would be. If my line has to go vertical, I'm going to mark up and down somewhere from that point so that I can then draw my line. And on Alex, they'll make you draw it straight because you have to use the ruler. So just mark a couple points, draw your line either straight up and down or straight across.